You ever notice how men like Ryan don't panic right away? Nah, they don't freak out when the walls start closing in. They smile, they charm, they lie harder. That's their superpower. Until it isn't. By the time the investigation went public, Ryan was already sweating. Not the obvious kind, the quiet kind. The kind where you laugh too loud, drink too much, and keep checking your phone like it owes you money. Audits turned into subpoenas, subpoenas turned into interviews, and interviews? Yeah, those turned into sleepless nights. I watched it all from a distance. Different town, different face, different name. Same man unraveling. The news called it financial irregularities. Cute phrase. What it really meant was Ryan Carter was cooked. Reynolds called me late one night. They're reopening the accident, he said. New evidence. My heart skipped. Does he know? No, he replied, but he's starting to feel it. Good, let him feel it. Here's the thing about guilt. It's loud, it leaks, it shows up in places you can't control, like dreams, like alcohol, like confessions to the wrong person. Maya called me crying, full breakdown mode. He's not who I thought he was, she sobbed. He says crazy things about fate, about sacrifices. I let her talk, let her bleed words. Then she said it. He told me he planned the accident. There it was. The truth. Raw, ugly, unfiltered. I closed my eyes. Did he say why? I asked. She hesitated, then whispered. He said you were getting suspicious about the money, the accounts. He said you were going to expose him. I smiled. I had been. Guess that scared him more than losing me. I met Reynolds the next day, handed over everything. Recordings, messages, screenshots. Maya didn't even know she'd helped bury him. Funny how that works. The trial came fast, too fast for Ryan to spin his way out. Fraud, insurance scams, bribery, conspiracy. And then the judge dropped the bomb. New witness to be called. Ryan looked confused, annoyed. Then the doors opened and I walked in. Dead people usually don't get standing ovations, but the courtroom went dead silent. No gasps, no whispers, just shock. Ryan's face drained of color. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. For the first time in his life, he had no words. I took the stand, swore the oath, sat down, and looked him dead in the eye. "Hi, Ryan," I said softly. "Miss me?" He started shaking, actually shaking. Not fear, not yet. This was disbelief. The prosecutor let me talk. I told them everything. The policies, the money, the crash, the ring on the corpse. I showed them the scars. I showed them the proof. I showed them the monster. Ryan tried to interrupt, tried to say I was lying, that I was unstable, that I was dead. The judge shut him down, hard. "Sit down, Mr. Carter," she snapped. "You've done enough damage." Then Maya testified. That was the final nail. She told them about the nightmares, the paranoia, the confession. She cried, real tears. Ryan stared at her like she'd stabbed him. Maybe she had, just not with a knife. When the verdict came back, it wasn't dramatic. No cliffhanger, no suspense. Just justice. Guilty on all counts. Ryan collapsed into his chair. Broken, empty, finished. As they cuffed him, he looked at me. Really looked. Not angry, not hateful, scared. "Why?" he whispered. "You could have stayed gone." I leaned close enough that only he could hear. "Because you wanted me erased, and I wanted you exposed." Then I smiled. Guess we both got what we wanted. They sentenced him to decades. Plenty of time to think. Plenty of time to rot. A week later, I stood outside the courthouse. Sun on my face, air in my lungs. Alive. Reynolds handed me a folder. Inside was a new ID. My real name. Restored. Officially, you're back. I shook my head. No, I replied. I'm better. I moved. New city, new start. Different kind of freedom. Not the innocent kind, the earned kind. The kind you get after surviving hell. Sometimes I still think about it, how close I came to disappearing forever, and how easy it was for him to try, and how dangerous it is to underestimate a woman you think is gone. Because here's the truth they don't tell you. Being declared dead didn't end me. It introduced me to who I really am.